Hey everybody, welcome back to the CayVin Universe podcast. We got a special one for you today. Something that probably no other podcast has ever done before.
Nope.
What are we doing today, Caylin?
We have our first ever double feature episode.
That's right. Double feature. Technically a triple feature if you're including this right now.
Yeah.
But we are just here to introduce y'all. Jesus, this thing just freaking punched me in the mouth. We are here to introduce y'all to the double feature episode. So these are episodes we did actually months ago.
Yeah.
Starting with the first one, I think, is around my birthday. June. And I think the other one might be July, or the other one might have been before, but we're about to find out. So this is something that normally, these are lost episodes that we normally would throw on our Patreon, but we want to do something special and make it a double feature episode. So, and a kind of a tease for our Patreon. So if you're a religious watcher, or you really like what we're doing, please follow us on Patreon. It's just $1 a month, $12 a year to follow us on Patreon, cheaper than freaking anything you can get.
Yeah.
So support us on Patreon, patreon.com/CayVin, or just get the Patreon app. Download Patreon. That's where we're going to do, where you'll find all these lost episodes.
Yes.
You can go back to previous lost episodes that we have. And, you can do, we got Squanchy Show whenever I decide to do that. And then a bunch of other fun stuff we throw on Patreon. So, multiple ways you can support us, like Patreon. If you got a little bit of more cabbage, then go to CayVin.com, where you can buy some merch.
Yes.
Wear our merch around. If somebody's like, hey, that shirt's cool, where'd you get it? Be like, CayVin Universe, baby.
Yep.
So, anyway, before we get into the first episode, what do you got to say?
Well, speaking of the first episode, I have no knowledge of this, so this has been literally months.
Yeah.
And I don't remember this, so this could be interesting, for me to see back.
Right? Yeah, we're gonna get our popcorn and we're gonna watch this together, people. Let's go.
Happy birthday to you.
Ooh.
Happy birthday to you.
Oh wow.
Happy birthday to my babe. Happy birthday to you.
That's actually very sweet. I literally had no idea we were gonna start with that. And in your singing voice too. We just discovered yesterday that you had a singing voice that I never heard in 8 years together.
I don't have a singing voice.
No, yeah, you do. I was trying to get you to sing some Chaperone, and you got all shy.
Yeah, stuff. I did. You really put me, it was like you put me on the spot, but it was good because I realized, because I'm over here. It started off the conversation because I was in the car and I was like, oh man, I literally sing out loud when I'm in the car by myself, right? Who doesn't? But it hit me, and I was like, and you were like, well, if you can sing in front of me, you can sing in front of a crowd of people, and I was like, oh, okay, you're right.
Yeah.
And then I realized I can't sing in front of
you sang 2 seconds in front of me, and I was like, no, and then you try to, so we took off the karaoke version, and then we try to put on the just regular song, and just have you sing along to it, and then I was like, no, you're not doing the singing voice. I was like, do the singing voice. You're like, no.
Yeah. So I did get nervous.
It's just fun to discover new things about each other after all these years. Well, geez, we sound like boomers. It's not like we're that old, but
no,
you know what I mean.
Yeah, but speaking of, we just celebrated your birthday. Can I tell people your birthday?
Yeah.
Your age? Okay, you're 32.
Oh yeah.
And I just think it's crazy because I met you when you were 23.
Dang.
Yeah. Time really just flies.
How's that one song go? I'll never be 23.
I don't know. That's
you. It's like a country song.
I only know 22.
Someone said Jelly Roll makes music for line cooks that flirt with the minor staff.
What? Oh my god.
Or that flirts with the younger staff. There, I put that so I don't have to.
Jelly Roll lost a lot of weight.
Oh really? He's
have
on that Ozempic.
Probably.
He's on that Ozempic.
Probably, because he's already lost 100 pounds, and he looked completely different.
I would tell you look it up right now, but we'll put the picture up. But yeah, we just talked about that. We're gonna get you a little desk.
We're gonna get something.
We need to get you a little
actively
desk.
Look up research.
Install a little desk to that little wall there or something that we can start researching. I can be like, Caylin, look that up.
Yes, Kay, look that up.
Yeah, Kay, look that up. There we go.
Yeah.
Make a shirt of that.
Yes.
That'll be our next shirt. Kay, look that up. CayVin.com. Get your shirts.
Okay, so don't swift away your birthday.
Yes.
I just literally no rhyme intended.
All right, no swift away the birthday.
No,
okay. Before we talk about my birthday, we got to go back in time because I feel like we never even because we've been doing so many guest episodes back to back. We tried, as if you've heard earlier episodes we did this season, we tried to do guest episode, guest, but that never works
No.
out like that. So basically, my point is we've been doing so many guest episodes that we didn't even get a chance to talk about Delilah's birthday, our daughter.
Oh yeah, no. She turned 2 years old. I can't even believe it.
Yeah, the Chuck E. Cheese birthday. It was really fun.
Yeah,
That was
that
that
was
was
like
fun.
iconic and like major throwback because like I
Yeah.
feel like you've had a Chuck E. Cheese birthday before,
Yes.
right? Okay, I
Yeah,
feel like
that's like one of my biggest memories of her birthday.
yes, everybody has, and like I
Yeah.
feel like next year I'm calling it Peter Piper Pizza.
Yeah.
We need to mark it off.
Well, she eventually will have to have another Chuck E. Cheese birthday because
yeah.
like I had mine when I was like 8 or 9, so
Mhm.
like I clearly remember. But
Yeah.
you know,
She loves Chuck E. Cheese now. She didn't even know who Chuck E. Cheese was before her birthday, and she literally fell in love.
But can you imagine
She
all
met
the
him.
all the photos and videos she has to go? Like I wish I had as much. Like if my
Oh.
parents had as much photos and videos of her as when we were babies, like I would know my whole timeline of life.
Yes.
I'd be like, okay, that happened,
She-
and that happened, and that happened, and that happened. Here I am.
That is really crazy because like yeah, I noticed that like I guess nowadays like modern day parents like we take pictures of every single little thing.
Yeah.
Like back then like they took pictures for like major events and that was practically it.
Yeah, if that, and then even if they took pictures and they got them developed, there's chances they didn't get copies. Maybe they got copies,
Yeah.
maybe they didn't because it cost extra. And then if they didn't get copies and they just had that one photo, you better pray you had a photo book. And then if that photo book got lost or the individual pictures got lost, like literally, I have a picture of me at like 7 years old playing with toys, and it was like, and I was like, I've been looking for that picture, and I was playing with the toys in my house in Houston, and in the kitchen.
Mhm.
And the specific thing about that picture is I don't have a shirt on, and I'm like literally like anorexic skinny, like bone skinny, because I was like a skinny kid up until
Yeah.
like 10 years old, and then that's when I like blew up and got chub and all that. But anyway, yeah, just if yeah, what if pictures got lost and stuff?
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah, kids the next generation. I do feel like this theme of this
Yeah.
episode, I do feel like we're old, but it's just like, yeah, all the pictures and stuff. Like if she's really, when she gets older, when she gets our age, if she really wants to, she can like sit down and just go through all these, you know, go through my phone or my iCloud or something, and she can literally see the whole timeline of her life.
Yes. Well, like she already does. Like like our daughter is so smart. Like she learns and like picks up things so fast. She knows how to like work an iPhone. So that's why I feel like yeah, like she's
That's
already
my favorite thing when she's like,
yeah, when she can
she
just
knows how
maneuver.
to,
She knows how
go
to
between
skip
apps.
YouTube videos. She knows how to go between apps. She knows how to find what songs she wants to listen to because now she's getting to the stage where she doesn't just like, you know, Miss Rachel songs or like lullabies and stuff. Like she likes, like our daughter loves Gracie Abrams and Chapel Rowan.
Kendrick
and
Lamar.
Kendrick
I'm
Lamar.
trying to get her used to my music, but she hasn't really caught on yet. The only thing on my playlist she'll listen to is like Michael Jackson.
Oh,
so
well,
that's
see,
cool.
That's
Yeah.
that should be a huge part too. Like she's just so smart and like but that's what I was saying is like with her birthday, she will literally go on like our phones and she'll scroll on our photos all the way back to like her first birthday, and she will rewatch the video of us singing Happy Birthday. She's literally has not stopped singing Happy Birthday Dada for the past week.
Nice, yeah.
Like
That's
she
been
was
cute.
just
That's been the best. That was
Yes.
my favorite of this birthday is hearing
Mhm.
her say happy. That was the first
Say the
birthday, yeah,
words. Yeah.
saying happy birthday.
Mhm. Yeah, it's just
Yeah, and then it just that's how babies are now in this generation. It's like we have it's kind of like a Game Boy, but it's not really. It's like just an emulator type Game
Mhm.
Boy, and I like gave that to her, and it has the physical buttons of a Game Boy, and you would think she would start pressing the buttons, but instead she starts trying to touch the screen.
She tries
She's
to
looking
touch
for
a TV screen.
Yeah,
That's
she'll try
not-
to my
that's not
computer. She'll
touchscreen.
try to touch
Yeah.
the screen. It's like she's just thinks everything is touchscreen, and it's like so weird that nothing's analog with her. Like
Yeah.
she doesn't think buttons really.
Yeah.
It's crazy, you
Isn't
know, and
she-
that's what we want to go back to. Like I saw a post the other day. It's like I wish I could go back to. Yeah, oh my God, we're really old. But the people like wish we can just go back to a physical washer and dryer with no screens, no smart features,
Oh.
no nothing, just physical knobs.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah, because that's like you're with appliances and stuff. Like I can literally freaking like manually adjust like our stove on my phone now, which is so crazy.
Oh well, that's probably fun for you. But I'm sorry, you were saying something before I brought that up. I'm going
No,
off
I
on
was
tangents.
just yeah.
I gotta get my mouth's dry. I gotta get some.
Oh yeah. No, yeah, I was just saying like it's just so crazy like how she can like maneuver the phone and like stuff like that. Like she's actually saying like big words now. Like this morning she woke up and she like was singing a song. Like yeah, she's into songs now. Like I feel like it's just like her age. Like she's advancing like every day, and it's so crazy to me.
Yeah, no, she really is. Yeah. more words. She's putting sentences together,
Mm-hmm.
and man, we didn't even talk about Logan. Logan's here. Logan's here chilling
I
with us.
know. Has Logan ever been in an episode besides in our own studio?
No, yeah, he's been on the Squanchy Show. Him and
Oh, that's
Marvel.
right.
Marvel's on the opposite side, but they're on the Squanchy Show with me.
When I do this,
Yeah, I haven't even done the Squanchy Show. Literally, the last time I did,
done?
the last time I did it though, I said I would do one a year, and I did one in 2024. So now I got to do my one Squanchy Show in 2025.
There
So
you go. Yeah.
Patreon.com/CayVin.
Yeah. Oh my god, you literally remind me of like in high school. There was like the athletes that would walk
Oh
around.
gosh, I
They're
was like that
oh
in
yeah,
college.
I have to finish this gallon of water today. I'm
Yeah,
like,
and people
okay.
just do that just to try to be cool and show off. It's like, dude, I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing because I've been there.
Yeah. But
Try to be cool.
yeah, just anything else on Delilah's birthday? 'Cause, yeah, we should talk about yours
It was
too.
just great.
Mm-hmm.
It was great. It was her birthday was great, and then yeah, my birthday is right around the corner from hers. And I got Father's Day tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and my birthday was really good. I always love just to have a nice chill day. You always decorate. You always make a great cake. I wasn't sure if I wanted ice cream cake because I like to heat up. I'm a fatty. I like to heat up my cake and then put the ice cream with the heated up cake. So you
Yeah.
have some kind of like a warm, like a la mode. Isn't that what it's called? A la mode.
I think so, like warm and cold.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
anyway, that was great. I've been playing WWE 2K25 nonstop because
Yeah.
literally takes me straight back to my childhood. I haven't played a wrestling game in so long, like probably since I was a child. Like I played them here and there, but yeah, I haven't really dove into one in
Yeah.
like since I was a kid, and
Till
definitely
now.
takes me back. And I've been playing nonstop.
It's good. Yeah.
Of course, my Robco hat. See, I should have worn my hat for the podcast.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, just just so many a few other gifts we're gonna talk about, but
Yeah.
no, I'm just kidding, we'll cut this out.
Okay. But yeah, no, I was just really excited to see your like reaction to your gifts because I know well like yeah, I don't know. I have the video of the surprise of the WWE.
Oh yeah,
It was
that was
so crazy. I literally
that was my main gift, and
I-
yeah, that was great.
I had this whole thing planned out because I wanted to like gift it to him in like a certain way instead of just like being like, oh, like, hey, can I buy you this game? I need to get on your Steam account and purchase it and stuff. Like, no, there's no fun in that. So I secretly created a Steam account then secretly added him because I know he doesn't have anybody on his friends list, so he's not going to be checking his friends. So I went on to his Steam account without knowing, added myself, and then I was able to send him the game as a gift. And it was like this whole thing, like, oh, like, hey, like, can you check out your Steam account? Like, I pulled something up. I was playing a pool game on there earlier. Like, I had this whole like made up story, and yeah, so I had the video where he clicked the Steam app and it was there. It was downloading.
Yes.
And yeah, it was super cool.
You were like, hey, can you check this other? Because like you play some of my games. So you're like, I was playing this other game. I have a question. I was like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, let me see. And I switched tabs, and I was like, whoa, it
You're
was
like,
already
what?
downloaded.
You're
That
like,
was good.
babe, I love it.
I'm just like, yeah, see, I just like to chill and just, I like the simple things in life. I'm not a materialistic person. The most I would spend money on is just entertainment with
Mhm.
like things like video games and my PC. So
Yeah,
like that stuff makes me happy. Like,
I know.
some
Mhm.
people want to wear Gucci and all that bullshit, but I just like to just chill
Yeah, I
and be
could
in
have
my
got
own
you like
peace.
a Gucci hat, and instead I got you a Robco hat.
God, if you
That's even better, right?
Yes, exactly. If you got me Gucci hat, I'd be like, what the fuck is this? Like,
I know.
I'm not.
I know what you're into.
Yeah, and I don't
Yeah.
like. Maybe that's the thing too. Is like why I'm not materialistic because I don't like to show off. Like I don't like. I'm trying to be out in public and be not be seen
As much as possible.
Yes, I'm trying to avoid people. The last thing I want people to do is staring at me with my fancy Gucci or my trying to have one of those cars that I can make better sounds with my ass than your fucking Nissan.
Or the ones that are like, how did you do it?
What?
With oh no, with the music.
Which one?
Where you're like, dong.
Oh yes,
dong.
or those cars. Oh my god, those cars with the big bass drop by it. Dong, dong. First let me out, but the motherfucking porch I dong with the dong and the dong and the dong. It's like,
Literally.
dude, shut like.
That was like 98.9% accuracy.
Oh, my favorite though is like I've only done it once. I'll probably never do it again, and I was probably in the mood that day, or like a show off mood. But I remember in Corpus, I was leaving HEB, and then He got in the, and I was probably pumped up because I think it was like a new song, a new metal song that I had just discovered. So I was like, it was like one of those things when you discover a new song, you listen to it over and over again to get tired of it, and then it just ends up in your shuffle and you skip it every time. But it was like one of those songs, and yeah, there was somebody next to me in the stoplight right there on Everhart that they're dom dom, and I just pulled up. I just pulled up my screaming music, and dude, like that freaking dude gave me the weirdest look. Like he was like
side-eye.
His eyes like bulged out of his head. I was like, yeah, he was like the side eye bulge, yeah. But anyway,
wow.
Yeah, my birthday was good.
Yeah. You're like back to the original topic.
Yeah, we had a lot of topics. We had a list of things to talk about because we didn't know how long we could actually, how many, you know.
How much we actually had to say.
Yes, exactly. See, that's what I love about you. Just when my brain is falling off a cliff, you like catch it.
Yeah, I try to.
Yeah, but now how long have we been going for now already? It's been like 5 or 10 minutes or what?
No. Well, how much does it say right there? That's more accurate. Because remember, the phone was recording like a lot longer.
Oh, okay, 16.
Okay, see?
16. Just because, I mean, I'm not trying to short you people. We have a double feature episode. Oh,
yes.
A special double feature birthday episode.
Number 150?
Huh?
We're on episode
150. We're halfway to 200.
I feel like this is a little milestone.
We should be way past 200 by now if we actually kept up with an episode a week. But, of course, if you're watching this for the first time, please subscribe and stuff. But, yeah, we're as much as we try to keep up with one episode a week, yeah, sometimes it doesn't really happen. Sometimes we have like 20. We do what? There's 52 weeks a year. Yeah, I think one season we had like 13 episodes.
Yeah.
Was our lowest.
I realized, like, yeah, because, like, you know, unfortunately, like, of course that's like the main end goal, but like right now we just have to like face how it is, and it's just like that. Yeah, this is obviously, this podcast is not like our full-time job like we want it to be, so we have like other stuff that we have to like maintain to like make sure that we're, you know, like good. And so it's just like, yeah, we realize that I realize, like, after we, like, go back and forth on our schedules and stuff, it's like, we're actually pretty busy.
Yeah.
Like, you know, so
really are.
That's really what it is.
Yeah, because
it's not like we're slacking or anything. It's just like, yeah, we really just do stuff when we can.
Yeah, and then now we're trying to add guests to the mix, so.
We've been having some pretty good guests.
Yeah, we really have.
We have, like, another one coming up really soon, a really big one. So.
Yeah, I think the next 2 episodes will probably be 2 guests in a row. And then, yeah, we'll see. Well, every time we run out of guests, when we're like, shit, we got this last 1 or 2 guests, and then we have no more guests, and then it fills up again, and we're like, wow. So we've been very thankful for other people that have wanted to be on the show. And if where's the camera? Oh, yeah. If you have an interesting job, you have an interesting hobby, you have a freaking crazy topic, conspiracy thing that you've dove deep into, and you're educated about, and you've done the research, anything like that. Contact us.
We have questions.
Yes, and you could be on our show.
Yeah.
Via DM. You know, we can do email. Yeah. I don't know. Social media and email. That's the best 2 ways.
Yeah.
Yeah. Instagram, TikTok, all that good stuff. Anyway, let's watch some funny vids before we end it.
Nice.
We haven't done this in a while.
No, we have not. That's why when you brought that up, I was like, yes. Like, we haven't like had a good major laugh.
So, Fiona, can you hear me? Is that a spirit in the background? Fiona, is that a ghost behind you?
No, it's my daughter.
It bloody looks like one. Oh my God!
It's
I
my
don't know what
daughter.
the fuck is that?
That's a bit rude.
Well, not when you look like you're floating, darling, like fucking see-through smoke. You're hardly even visible.
Well, that's a
From
bit
there,
rude, don't you
Fiona, tell your daughter to lighten up. Don't she look like a ghost from distance there? You can hardly see her. She looks like a sunlight.
Excuse me. Shut up.
Oh, shut up, you miserable little thing. Talking to your mother's not be cheeky.
How do we get off?
Is that a ghost? Is that a ghost behind you? What the fuck is that?
Fiona, can you hear me? Is that a spirit in the background? Fiona, is that a ghost behind you?
No, it's my daughter.
It's my
It bloody
daughter.
looks like one. Oh my God!
I wonder
I don't know
what is
what
like
the
the
fuck
original
is that?
point behind this video. Was this like a Zoom call?
What in the Drew McIntyre? So yeah, it's like a Scottish.
Yes, and that's heavy accent.
Zoom call, and this lady's Zoom calling with somebody else. I assume it's her manager or something, or someone she's comfortable with.
Yeah.
And her daughter's very white complexion, and with the sun coming through the window is showing up behind her. She
Like
thinks
a
it's a
ghost.
ghost. She goes, "I'm sorry, darling. You look like see-through smoke."
Wow.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Your problem. Let's watch this Karen again with.
It's your problem. Do not touch report me.
I think this
What?
is a skit because that guy clearly he always
I
does a
hope
bunch.
so.
He always does a bunch of skits, so I don't know if that was
If somebody farted in my face.
her face. This is what happens when I choose the rules of the week, people.
I have a mugshot if somebody farted in my face.
Oh gosh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But I don't know what else been going on. What else been going on? You hear about that Speed and Ashton Hall race? You know who those people
No.
are?
Well, I know, of course, who Speed is, but Ashton Hall, is he the guy that like wakes up at 4 a.m.?
Yeah, he's that guy that went viral for
He,
that.
like, dunks his face in
Yes,
water?
he has that viral routine. We'll put it in the background. We're not gonna watch it together, but the 4 a.m. Wake up with mouth tape and then dunk my
Yeah.
eyes. It's basically, the whole thing about he spends his first 6 hours of his day doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah, basically everybody like. And who are the girls that are participating in the background of this video, like handing him his water and stuff?
Paid, you can paid Craigslist people. I don't know. But then then he makes like BS, like he's like so fast and he's like so jacked, and he makes like videos like this. It's like the car's clearly slowing down. So because of videos like this, for those that don't know, I Show Speed, the streamer,
Mhm.
the viral streamer, he's probably like, along with Kai Cenat, he's probably like one of the top streamers right now. He actually challenged him to a race, and Speed beat him 4 times in this race. So yeah, basically, not calling him a fraud, or basically implying that he's a fraud.
Yeah.
So that's like the biggest, I guess, thing going around, at least my TikTok algorithm right now,
Mhm.
is how Speed basically embarrassed
see
Ashton.
this race.
And the craziest thing is, like, and that's something I hate, it's like, people, there's nothing wrong with it's not nothing wrong, there's not a hit to your ego if you're wrong. There's nothing wrong with it, and it's not a hit to your ego if you lose. There's nothing wrong, and it's not a hit to your ego if you fail at something. Like, that's the thing that people, like, I would say 70% of people in this world, that's what either holds them back, or just stops them from just being a good person, or just acting right in certain situations. Because you got to understand, like, if you're wrong about something, if you tell someone something, they're like, hey, no, it's actually like this, you can just be like, okay, and then that's it. You're not wrong. You don't look embarrassing. It's not embarrassing if it's not wrong. If somebody's like, oh, look at that, like, you're wrong, you got caught out, then, like, that's that person being stupid. It's like, why do you care about that? Like, there's nothing wrong with that. And actually, I rather look wrong than look like this when you're clearly wrong and you clearly lost and you just can't accept it.
What's everybody saying? Because all your image is over with. What's everybody saying? All his Instagram image is over with. He not fast. You lost 3 times to me. Come on. You slow, my boy. Why are you leaving? Take your L. Faster than me. Why are you leaving? Because I beat you 3 times. No,
He's like, no, you didn't. Like, and I mean, he clearly beat him 3 times, and it's just like, I don't know. I get invested in this stuff because I don't watch streamers, but I eat the clips up, like all the clips of Speed, Kaisen, not like that's what it's for. Like, I've never seen these streamers, like they could be never streaming for all like no, and it's just like they're just clip farming, and just like making clips. But I just like. I get invested through the clips. I think the only time we did watch Speed's clip is when he was in China.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say. Is like, we recently did
his stream.
Yeah, we did watch a live stream. We were kind of like on a kick of Speed for like probably about a week or so, and it was when he was in China.
Yeah,
because it was just so entertaining, and like I did notice, like the other day, I noticed that he was live, and so I clicked on it, but it was like
boring.
Like,
if you watch anything else,
a soccer game, or something like that, and I was like, I'm not into this. So.
That's why people like the in real life stuff, because I don't really like gaming streamers that like just sit there and game, unless like Richard Rudy X or something.
Wow, shout out.
Shout out. No.
But
No, but Queso's cool too.
who?
Queso's like I would think Queso's like 3 behind Kai.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, maybe not. I don't
Is
know.
that the
See,
guy?
I'm not really deep into it because then you got like Neon and Aiden Ross. Shit, I might know more about streamers than I think.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, what have I become?
See,
It just
but they all play games, no?
they do in real life and game stuff, but see, again, all I know is clips. I'm not,
Yeah.
you know, and God, I would never donate to a freaking millionaire.
Yeah.
Oh, XQC, see, I'm freaking, yeah, I know more about than I think.
Yeah, like I only know a few of those people. I know more like IRL people, like that do streams and stuff like that. But it's like reality stuff. Like when I was
Yeah.
telling you about like like Ashton Trevino and Brie
Oh, yes.
Olsen, like
Yeah,
those people,
yeah.
like they do
What's
IRL.
Ashton Trevino up to? Can we get her on the show?
I don't know. She's kind of like I don't know. She had like her clown stuff, and then it kind of died down, and so like nobody's really talking about her. But she's like living like a real life now, but she's still kind of a bum. So
All right, Ashton Trevino.
I do not want
All
to
right,
talk to
Ashton
Ashton.
Trevino. Here's the deal. You come on the show, we'll give you a Laredo taco, and we think we got some spare beds for your kids.
Not the beds.
Hey,
That's
I'm a
good
handyman.
one.
I can put your toddler beds together, okay?
Yeah.
Like
apparently-
shit. It's not hard to find somebody to put your damn kids' beds together.
Yeah. That's a good one. But yeah, she's just not really relevant anymore, and I'm not mad about it. So.
Well, all right, Santos.
So what you been up to? What? So like what you been up to? Yeah, bro. Yeah. Like what you been doing? Slow? And like what you been doing? You speak slow. Oh, slow. Yeah. What you been doing? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I been doing.
Oh,
I been doing. You been doing?
yeah. I've been chilling.
I've been doing.
Ooh. Janeiro, February. Ah, okay.
Yeah. So like, what's your favorite color? What? What's your favorite color?
Yeah, I'm favorite color.
Oh.
Next tomorrow.
Oh.
Next tomorrow.
What?
He said his favorite color was next tomorrow. Is this
That is
what's gonna
crazy
kill
to me.
podcasting?
That is crazy.
Because streaming in real life is essentially podcasting. That's essentially what they're doing is
A
real life,
unedited.
raw and edited live podcast.
Yeah.
Is this what's going to kill Is this the next?
I know.
Maybe it didn't not necessarily kill podcasting, but this is what podcasting is supposed to be. You have radio shows and old school radio DJs, and that evolved to podcasting. And yes, we still have radio DJs, but that's look how it is, people.
Radio DJs are trying to be podcasters
Yeah,
now.
exactly. When podcasting started, radio DJs were the ones trying to make fun of podcasters
Yeah.
and people trying to be podcasters. And look how the turntables.
Yeah.
But then is that are we part of a? Did we start this journey too late when we started 5 years ago? But you know, because I mean, for all you know, we were a pandemic podcast, and I'm sure a lot of podcasts started in the pandemic. But
Yeah.
I'd be curious to see how many podcasts from the pandemic are still around. I bet you it's very
I would
very
bet
few.
very few.
We've been here, but anyway,
Yeah.
is that what it's gonna be? Is this in real life streaming stuff in a room, just sitting there in front of a camera, you know, with the chat going? Like, is that the next evolution of podcasting? And we're gonna be soon be the radio DJs, like, hey, we're still here, guys.
I don't know. We might have to go IRL. No.
Yeah, like, why not? I mean, we can
CayVin IRL.
we can do it on YouTube. We've been wanting to do that for so long. We gotta get a new webcam. That's what it is.
Mhm. Well, we're trying, like, we want to get, like, our followers up on TikTok so, like, we can go live and, like, people can, like, you know, we would love to be able to, like, can you imagine, like, going live on TikTok or YouTube, whatever, everywhere, Twitch, Kick, wherever. And it's just, like, literally our first hour before the podcast. Because literally all we do is just, like, chill and, like, get in the mood and, like, do what we want to do. And, like, yeah. So, like, if y'all are interested in that, like, y'all really need to, like, yeah,
If anyone knows
show
what-
us.
if anyone knows what the best like webcam streaming cam is, because I hate to do all that research only to buy something that's so expensive
Yeah.
and then it not work out. Like I'm
Mhm.
frugal like that. Like because our webcam alone right now was like a couple $100, and it sucks so much when
It
we do
still
these Zoom
ain't.
calls. We still have to set up our main camera behind it, and we have to tell our Zoom guests like, hey, we have you on a webcam, but trust me, we're gonna look better for the podcast.
Yes.
It's like, and yeah, it's like webcams like. I feel like you have to spend like a ridiculous amount of money to get a good
Yeah.
one. It's like we're in freaking 2025. Should get a
Mhm.
good webcam for like $150.
Yeah,
Like
when
that's
so-
like 4K.
I feel like when something has been around for so long, like it should drop down in price.
Exactly. I mean, I
But-
guess all electronics are like that. It just hasn't hit things like webcams yet. Because I mean, I remember at one point when like phones are climbing back up to when they were friggin' $1,000. But yeah, those bag phones back in the day used to be like $5,000.
Yeah.
A TV used to be like a couple grand. Shit.
Mhm.
Remember when people used to buy like $2,000 vacuum cleaners?
No, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Those door-to-door salesmen.
Yeah,
Crazy.
like
But-
the Mormons
What more minutes?
go door to door.
Oh, anyway.
Well, this was fun. This will be our first double feature.
Yeah.
That'll be exciting. It'll be different. Our first.
Double feature
Yeah.
app. See you next tomorrow. Not bad, huh?
Not bad.
No, pretty good episode. Wasn't it?
Yes, please.
No. I mean, I know there's some things in there I'm going to regret, but
What is this?
the half cheese. But yeah, we hope that you enjoyed that episode. We're here at the Intermission.
Yup.
Anything about what's going on this week?
I don't think anything. Just
Been hot?
it's been so freaking hot.
Hot
There's
in
like-
Texas?
Yeah, announcement. There's 45 days left until spring, fall. But even I feel like fall is still too hot for Texas. It don't really get started until winter.
Yeah. But like we said, double feature. Hope you enjoyed that episode. Again, plug time. Make sure to follow us on social media, TikTok, Instagram, all that good stuff. And yeah, we hope you enjoy this next episode.
Do men really masturbate in the shower?
What?
I just have been so curious about that. Like, is that really a thing?
No. At least not for. I mean, I hope not.
Do you masturbate in the shower?
No. At least not for me. I think that's like a something you hear about like a conspiracy or something.
Is it?
Yeah, like masturbation and sex in the shower. Like, yeah, it sounds like a good idea, but it's really not.
Yeah,
I don't
but-
think it's good at all.
But it's already wet, so like, wouldn't that work?
You would think it would, but something about it is like too much friction.
Maybe because it's water. Like water doesn't have the
Water
same.
creates friction, so it's not good either way. Either way
Yeah.
you look at it.
People usually use like lotion, right? Or I guess lube. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, everyone's got their own thing. Yeah, I guess you would say.
Yeah.
People use spit.
Did your spit? Isn't that like a thing that's like? Is that like weird to some people or a lot of people?
Yeah,
are
I
just-
think it is weird to some people, but then it's normal to some
because
people.
in like movies and TVs and stuff, you see like lotion.
Yeah,
So is that a thing
I
too?
think it's propaganda.
But is like, do you really
It's
want your wiener smelling
propaganda.
like
That's how
aloe
they're
vera?
trying to sell some jergens.
Oh yeah,
They're trying to sell jergens through jerking off propaganda. I need my sunglasses for this episode. Where are we at?
Where are your sunglasses? You probably left them in the car, as always. You're always like, "Where's
You're
my
wrong.
sunglasses?
Wrong.
Where's my sunglasses?"
Yeah, but that's that. You know, any other questions?
I don't think so. Let me see. Well, we're on the topic of masturbation. Have you ever been caught masturbating?
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a good question.
Yes and no, kind of. There was one time where I was indulging in a new video I had downloaded on LimeWire, and this is back before it was so accessible, back before every little thought on Instagram and X and Threads was just showing everything, and they're like, "Hey, subscribe to my channel for subscribe to my OnlyFans for $5." It's like, bitch, you already showed me your whole asshole on this page.
Right.
What do I need to subscribe for? But anyway, I downloaded this fresh video on LimeWire, and this is back, I guess, obviously back before I knew how to use a computer. But I don't think I was doing anything. I was just watching, okay? I was just watching. I was just educating myself.
Yeah.
But it
What
was
was
just
that?
it would just so happen to be I was into wrestling, so it just happened to be like a female wrestler that before I guess she was in wrestling, she had done this stuff. And so I was watching the video, and literally my grandma walked in. My grandma Amy walked in, and I shut the computer screen off. I turned off the computer screen, but back then with computers, if you turn off the computer screen and it had external speakers attached, those speakers are still gonna keep playing. So I turned off the computer screen, and it just kept playing the sounds of the video, and I just like, oh, it was so embarrassing. But my grandmother, sweetheart that she was, she literally was like in there to get some clothes or something, and she pretended like she didn't hear anything, and she just walked out. But
So, like, what did you say? Did you say anything?
I didn't say anything. She just walked out, and life goes on. Just buried that shit deep inside until now. Thank you for... But that's not even the worst part, because my brother, I hope he doesn't see this, and if he does see this, I hope he's okay. There's a notorious picture that we need to find. So when we had when the Polaroid cameras, I guess first in the late 90s, early 2000s, when the Polaroid cameras were a big boom, my dad became a bit of a prankster with the Polaroid cameras. And he would like to do these things where he would literally bust in the door of your room, and as soon as he busted in the door, he would snap a picture of whatever you're doing just to like try to see if he can catch you in the act of anything. Well, my brother JR, bro, there's a picture where he busted in the door and he snapped a picture, and you look back at the picture, and if the point of view is back here, like from behind me, in the picture is JR looking up. He has the covers over him. He got a nigga's hand. And you can clearly see that there's porn on the TV. And he's like, what?
What? I need oh my god.
No, I gotta find that picture.
Does my sister-in-law know this? Oh my god. That is so embarrassing.
I love how we started the first 10 minutes of this episode with jerk-off stories and advice and questions.
Man, that is... I've never even heard either of those stories before, so I'm so glad that I asked.
Yeah. So there's that. What does that mean when somebody's body is tea?
Like... Have you ever looked at, like, okay, well, I guess it's different for men, but women, like, you see another woman and they have...
No,
this,
it ain't different for men. Like, yeah, like
okay,
you're talking about Roman Reigns.
Yeah, if you see somebody and you're like, you kind of are like, oh my gosh, like, I wish I looked like you. Or
Henry
you have,
Cavill.
Like...
You're talking about Roman Reigns. You're talking about Hugh Jackman.
Okay, so you know what I'm talking about.
Freaking Chris Hemsworth. You're talking about...
Damn, you got a bigger list than mine. I don't even have anybody in particular. It's just whoever I see. So basically, it's
girls,
just like
whose body's tea in the girl, like the big, in my mind, I was thinking of like biggest celebrity status. That was the biggest celebrity status I could think of. What about you? And like celebrities, like Jenny Ortega's her body tea?
No.
Okay.
Jenny Ortega's body is not tea.
Whose body is tea?
Oh man, see, I don't have a specific.
Taylor Swift? No. Yeah
no.
or nay?
No.
Okay.
Taylor
Billie
Swift
Eilish.
laughed
Yeah
her
or
ass
nay?
off. What?
Billie Eilish. Yeah or nay?
No.
I mean, when she was hitting that, I know. That's pretty.
Not the
That's pretty tea to me.
Okay. But going back to Love Island,
okay,
all the girls' bodies are tea.
Okay.
I don't have anybody in particular, but all the girls' bodies, I'm like, yes. Okay, Huda, her body's tea.
Nice. Speaking of tea, why'd you put Sprite Tea?
Because that's a new thing. Have you heard
Sprite
of that?
Tea? Sprite Tea, the only thing I've ever heard about Sprite Tea is that somebody said it tastes like cockroach legs.
That's a pretty good comparison. I was going to actually compare it to pipe water. Dirty
water?
Pipe.
Oh, yeah, because that's the thing about Caylin, people. She's never drinking water out of a faucet. She's too good for that. She's instead ingested microplastics her whole life from bottled water.
Basically. Yeah, you really can't. Like for somebody who drinks water every day, I would say I'm an avid water drinker, because I can rank all the water brands. I know what's the best and what's the worst.
What's the best water brand?
The best water brand
of all time. You've never
personally.
You've never even tried them all.
Yeah.
You've never tried Voss. That's my favorite. I would say number 1 is Voss. Number 2 is Fiji. Number 3, whoever wants to sponsor us.
Liquid Death?
Yeah, there we go. No, they're already oversaturated. Fuck Liquid Death.
Not really.
No, Liquid Death, I love you guys.
Yeah, no, I would say that I'd
Send
probably
him this
say
clip.
Fiji.
We'll be like, yeah, come with us.
Fiji's a really good water.
Okay. Wait, did I say Fiji? Fiji probably number 3. Wait, was that? No, Fiji was number 2.
Number 2, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I would say Fiji for me, or Pure Life. I just like Nestle
No,
Pure Life.
I would say Voss, Fiji, Smart Water. Smart Water is really good.
Smart Water is really good.
Yeah.
I like the one that comes with the little, like how like if I'm drinking, okay, that's another thing with water. If I'm drinking a bottle of
You
water,
like a little sports cap.
yes, like the Gatorades. Like the Gatorades, I don't like the Gatorades with just the regular sip. I like the little squirter.
Yeah, baby. You're more. I thought you were more of a creamer, but yeah, the squirter is good too.
Yes, thank you for letting me know. Letting everybody know, I mean.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sprite Tea, that just like reminds me of just like dirty dishwater. I've never tried it, but you couldn't pay me to try it probably. Probably
Okay.
good shit.
Yeah, unless Sprite wants to send us some.
I won't drink.
No, I'm just kidding. It's very ad heavy.
Yeah.
Very ad heavy episode.
As you can
Fuck
see,
all
we're
these
trying
companies.
to. No, babe, we're trying to get these companies to like us.
Oh,
We're
we're not bow down.
If they want to freaking give us a bag, we'll bow down
Well,
a little
maybe
bit.
we'll
But
see.
yeah, I don't know. It's just been so hot. I am just really excited for summer. It's like our daughter's like first official summer. I feel because she's into like all the fun activities and the pools and stuff. I remember when I was young, my mom would just take us to the community pool, which looking back now is fucking disgusting.
No, I like that, man. That's some good memories right
Public
there.
pools, yes, good memories
Good
back
memories
then.
of the
But think about a public pool now.
Well, yeah, now it probably sucks, but back then that was like all we had to do.
No, that's exactly what I mean. Yeah, I did that too, but like
Oh God,
now
were
is
we?
what I'm saying.
We're getting old. Jesus Christ. We had more to do, people.
We were
had
cleaner.
to fucking we had video games and the internet back then, just like now. But
We were
just
cleaner.
it was just normal to get. It was still normal to get out somewhere that transitioned.
Yeah.
Yeah, but man, it's good memories of the community pool, man.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of good memories, man. A lot of good friends. A lot of good like cheese man, like little things would have happened there.
Oh yeah.
And then just a lot of good memories. Swim meets. It was just fun. It was always fun.
I remember I went to a river once. It's in New Braunfels, Texas. I don't know if it's still around, but it was called Landa Park. And my mom took us there one summer. We all went like as a family, the grandparents and stuff. And it was like an open river where it's not like it's river water. It's not clean, purified water.
Okay.
And there was so many people in there. And I remember I was little. Like a couple days later, I got a freaking butt boil from the river.
You got river herpes?
I got river herpes on my ass.
Jesus, that's not good.
That was so long ago, but yeah, it was just like a big, like nasty boil.
That's
I
probably
was like a
from
child,
bacteria.
and I was like, ew, exactly. And it was because we were sitting.
And then
We were sitting in the river because it was like It was like a low one.
like that South Park episode. They go to the
Oh,
water
yeah, the
park and everything's
minorities.
pee. Like river, yeah, you got not only do you got like human piss in it, you got every animal or every fish and turtle and freaking water moccasin piss all in it,
Exactly.
and then you got all the bacteria, dirt and shit. But yeah,
That's
I mean,
just, yeah.
yeah, if you're not used to it, if your body's accustomed to it, then it's fine. But that's
Yeah.
how it goes. Speaking of which, body accustomed, like fucking, I'm just getting over
Oh
poison
yeah,
ivy.
you definitely got poison ivy.
Yeah, I've had poison ivy for the past week, and normally, like with anything, it takes a week, and finally, after a week, I started noticing it was going away. But as much as I would love for this to be my main job, I do have a day job. People, one involves being outdoor, kind of a countryman handyman.
You are
But
a handyman.
yeah, just doing stuff for people out in the country, and involves a lot of outdoor work. So
Yeah.
I was just messing with this pile for like 3 days. I was messing with this pile, and I could clearly started breaking out in this rash all over my arms and stuff. And I'm like, man, I knew what it was. I was like, but where did I get this from? And then like the next day or like the third day that I'm working on this pile, I'm literally on the tractor and I'm freaking clearing out, basically bulldozing this pile. And I'm scooping it up and I'm literally staring right at it. I'm like, oh, that's poison ivy right there. That's poison oak right there, and that's that Simlac shit with the seeds.
Oh yeah.
That's also poison.
And they look like
And
little
I'm-
berries, right?
Yes, and I'm like, that's literally where it's from. So yeah. Anyway, I feel like I started getting over it after the last day that I was exposed to it. Like my skin was finally had enough. It was like, okay, we're just gonna get over this shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's been what's going on with me for the past week, people.
That's like at some point you notice like your body was just like, okay, we're tired of this.
Yeah, and maybe that's what I
Decided to fight
wanted.
it.
Maybe it's a placebo too. Everything's a placebo because it's like when like last day, like I said, I was messing with that. I would try to avoid it, but there was instances where I would see it touch me and like brush up against me, and I'd be like, you know what, fuck it, my body's gonna get used to this.
Yeah.
I've been exposed to it for the past week. My body's gonna get used to it, and then it started going away. So maybe everything's just a placebo, people.
And you know,
our minds are more powerful than you think.
Yeah, and possibly too, also our bodies, because like imagine like, you know, you broke out and then like your skin had to kind of like rejuvenate, so your skin came back even stronger to where it kind of like denied it again.
I hope so, because it was so bad that I see little dots that almost look like scars, but maybe that's because I'm so tan right now. Hopefully that goes away.
My chicken nugget.
Yeah,
I love to use that every. Yeah, you get
I'm
so
a burnt
tan.
chicken nugget.
Yeah, and my burnt chicken nugget.
Yeah.
But it's just one funny thing that I wanted to show you. So apparently, Oreo, the people who make Oreo are suing Aldi. Are you familiar with Aldi?
Oh yeah.
Okay, the supermarket chain. So the makers of Oreo, I guess Nabisco, right? That's where they're from. Is suing Aldi because Aldi made like their own cookies, but like they like are like copy my homework but change it up a little bit.
Yeah, but that's too on the nose.
That is like, tell
me
why.
Even like HEB and Walmart, when they they obviously have their own versions. Great Value,
the Country Fair.
Or what's the premium HEB one? Is it just HEB?
Oh, like Metienda or something.
HEB has like two. Yeah, HEB always have two versions. It's like the actual HEB, which is like the cheapest, the store brand, and then like a little bit higher, which is like whatever their.
Oh.
It's either HEB or Metienda or it's whatever off-brand they have.
I think you're possibly thinking of, because HEB has like brother stores. So there's like Trader Joe's, and then there's Joe V's. Like that's all HEB.
No, there was always there's Hill Country Fair. There's like a really, really cheap store brand, and there's like a normal store brand with HEB. Like Hill Country Fair is like the cheap store brand, but then there's also like
I think that's just HEB.
Yeah, just HEB.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or whatever. Like Anyway, Central Market.
Central Market. Yep, there you go.
But this is too on the nose.
This is pretty spot on. Like, why does Nabisco and what is this Benton? Why does Benton and Nabisco and Oreos have to be red? Like they didn't even try and change it a little bit.
They didn't even try to change it. They just took them. They just basically like swapped out the font and then the picture of their stuff.
And they even were like, "Oh, Wheat Thins don't even got wheat on their box."
Even the freaking corner of the Oreo where it's red, the logo's red. It's literally red on the corner of that, but they're like, instead of a triangle, we'll make it a freaking rectangle.
Yeah, see, they changed the shape too.
Wait, I just noticed this. Not the wheat thin or thin wheat. It's literally just flip the words.
And then what I just said was like, oh, they were like, Aldi was probably like, dang, Wheat Thins don't even got a wheat on their box. So
they were like, let's add actual wheat. Oh my god, that's genius.
And why they had to put the peanut butter cream wiener on there?
The peanut butter, no. Now that would be, other than the color, that would be the closest one that's like, okay, maybe you don't have it. Maybe we'll let that one go. But the thin wheat or the wheat thins?
The thin wheat, not the thin wheat. That's like, that's
or do
too
you want
crazy.
The Oreo or the original? See, that's a little different at least. If it was called like the Oreo or something, that was the areola cookies.
Milk's favorite cookie.
Yes. Very sexual episode.
What did they just call them? Rios.
The Rios? The Areos cookies?
The Areos.
God. Even the nutrition facts are in the same spot of the
Yeah, no.
So yeah, I'll see
Nabisco,
what-
yeah.
I think Oreo's got a case here.
Yeah, I think they can do
I
something.
think the Nabisco's got a case.
I mean, watch, they're gonna go back and they're just gonna switch the
Yeah, they'll just switch it. They won't try to
the
fight
color or something.
Yeah, it'll be way cheaper for them to switch the whole design than for them to pay up.
Well, see, that's what I mean. I would actually. Oh, exactly. Yes, I wonder if that's like the stipulation though. Like I didn't look it further into the lawsuit, but I wonder if it's just like either pay us or just like change the
Or
packaging.
just change it. Yeah, normally a cease and desist is like stop
Mhm.
everything.
Right.
So, which would probably mean change it.
Dang, that's crazy. Well,
Yeah,
Aldi.
which hopefully if they do have to change it, they give away all the product that they have to destroy to like homeless or something.
Yep.
But they probably won't because corporate greed.
True.
Yeah.
True that. Oh man. Yeah, we've been going for like 25 minutes. It felt
really?
It feels good. Yeah, we had guest episodes and then we had like I did a solo guest episode, and so now like we're back.
Nice. Yeah. The only thing we had
We
on
will
the
have
list,
another guest. Yeah.
Miss
next.
Rachel Suing Druski. We'll talk more about that next time. We'll see how that plays out, and then we'll talk about more about that. But only thing I'm gonna say about that, if you're listening, is can anybody just like laugh and appreciate comedy anymore? Like I understand what Druski did. The skit is maybe a little too on the nose. Maybe don't have somebody dress up exactly like Miss Rachel and then slap her ass and talk about some kids, but. Maybe have her dressed in like maybe a blue shirt and overalls or something.
Yeah.
But what the skit he did was like, hey, let's appreciate comedy. But anyway,
Oh my god. That's so crazy.
Miss Rachel needs to lighten up and have a sense of humor. Other than that, I love you guys. We appreciate it. Thank you for tuning into the CayVin Universe.
Yes.
I think after that, they're hitting our music.
I think they are here too, for sure. Oh my god, you're crazy.
Oh, if you made it this far, wow.
What a ride.
What a ride, right? Man. Like I said, I'm probably going to regret what I said both in those episodes because I was a little tipsy in both of those episodes.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Great stuff. Thank you so much for watching, being a part of our first ever double feature episode. It's been a long night, people. First ever double feature episode that I think any podcast has ever done. If they have, come at me. Let me know, and then we'll talk about it.
This is a double feature for you all. This is movie night for us.
Yes.
Watching ourselves.
Yes, again, I hate to do the shameless plug, but we're at the point of our podcast where we have to do it. We have to shove it down your throat, people, so people get the hint. But yes, follow us on patreon.com/CayVin, or get the Patreon app. It's search CayVin Universe. CayVin.com for merch. Follow us on social media. If you love what we're doing, make sure to support some way. And the freest way to support is just follow us on social media. So
Yep.
we love you. And Caylin, you have anything to say?
Nope. See you next week.
All right, later.